Hello everyone, welcome back to Let's Play Kingdom Hearts 2 Final Mix. You might notice over here that we cannot go back to the Olympus Coliseum, so what I'm going to do is go in the order that we originally did it, and start off by going through the Land of Dragons.
I wonder how everybody's doing.
Look!
Wait!
Sora!
Mulan! Hey, no time to talk. We gotta catch that guy.
I'm following him too.
Then let's go!
So now apparently the Land of Dragons is having a problem with Organization 13, but let me go ahead and rummage around through the menus here, and get everything set up the way I want it to be for this level. And I ended up not changing much of anything, even though we're going to get some better stuff, of course. What we have is not that bad.
Looks like he got away.
How come you're after somebody from Organization 13?
What is that?
The guy in black.
One of the bad guys!
I knew it. There's a rumor in the Imperial City about a spy in black, lurking in the mountains. I'd been up here tracking him, but when you arrived, I lost him.
Oh.
Sorry.
Don't apologize, but I do wonder where he went.
Again?
Okay, first things first. Hey, you! Quit sneaking around!
Well, the information bar says mysterious man, but based on the way, he's not really attacking us, or when he just did right there, it didn't do that much damage, and based on the fact that he has a Soul Eater, and based on the third fact that we saw Riku put on an organization robe in Re-Chain Memories, I have to say that this is probably Riku, and by the end of this level, and by the way, Limit Form is a really good way of doing a lot of damage to him, even though it's a very easy fight, because like I said, he doesn't really want to attack you. Anyway, by the end of this level, Sora is probably going to put 2 and 2 together and realize that this is probably not a member of Organization 13, but he should be almost dead here. As far as I remember, I was going to say, you don't have to get his life all the way down.
That guy. No. Why would he? Riku?
Are you okay, Sora?
Did you get him?
No. He's gone.
What? You lost him?
Anyway, what now?
I think that we better get rid of all the Heartless first. Whoa!
What was that? Come on. We better get off the mountain.
Okay.
It's heading for the city. We've got to warn Shang.
Huh? Everything's fine. Well now. Look who decided to show up. What, is that a problem? Nah. We're just glad you're not in black cloaks. You saw him? Yeah, he's in the palace. Unfortunately, before we go in the palace, we've got to take out these Heartless, but I'm going to go ahead and turn it into Master Form to make quick work of these couple of Heartless. I think there's like 6. There should be like 4 Bolt Towers and 2 Assault Riders. I almost forgot what the name of them were. But the boss fight of this level, like the final boss of this level, is not that hard, and I'm not going to try and use a drive form at all. So you might as well go ahead, or in my case anyway, I'm going to go ahead and use the Master Form to try and make this fight go a little bit faster. But I don't know if I mentioned this. The battle level in these levels, when you go through the second time, go way up. Like, I think the battle level for the Land of Dragons was 35. So even little fights with Heartless, like Assault Riders, which used to be pretty easy, are now going to be pretty hard, which is why I don't feel bad about using Master Form in a fight like that. To the palace! Hurry! And to get to the palace, well, I was gonna quick run and make a little joke out of it, but apparently in Master Form you can't do that, so we might as well revert and get 1 in there so I don't look like an idiot.
Open up!
Over here!
Up!
Huh?
Well, now we're inside the palace, but who is that standing in our way?
Wait!
Riku?
Huh?
No, never heard of him.
I love that scene right there where Sora tries to, encounter or tries to go up to that organization member asking if it's Riku, and it's not Riku. So Kingdom Hearts pulled yet another switcheroo on us. But right now we're fighting more Nobodies, which the Nobodies seem to me anyway to have a little bit more of a variety in their attacks. Like right now we're fighting, I believe the Nobody's just called the Sniper, and he attacks you with the Sniper, oddly enough. All you gotta really do is hit triangle, what's new I guess, and you'll do the Warp Snipe reaction command, which does a tremendous amount of damage to these Nobodies. And believe it or not, that Nobody that we just saw that was actually in the organization just a few minutes ago also has to do with snipers. We're gonna have to fight him later on, and that fight is a really fun one to me anyway. Guess it wasn't Riku. I'm sorry, Sora. I can't stay. I'm worried about Shang. Oh, right. Your Excellency, Shang, something terrible has happened. We saw a huge monster fly out of the mountains and toward the city. Ah, so it is as the young man said. Isn't that right, Captain? Yes, Your Excellency. You see, a young stranger visited us not long ago. The captain fought the visitor but was quickly defeated. To my dishonor. It seems that young man was the one in black that I have heard whispers about. Did he mention the name Riku? He didn't offer his name. He was rather rude. Rude? Then it was Riku. Riku's in the organization? Gorsh. But why would he come here? I'll check outside. Mulan. Shang, guard the Emperor. I'll be fine with them. That's right. Indeed, it is true. We need not worry while you protect us. Hurry! So, apparently the castle or the throne or whatever is in danger, but we have a little bit of time to run around and collect the 8 treasure chests. For some reason, they decided to stuff all in this one room. But by the way, I've always wondered in that cutscene right there, why, and it just did that treasure chest thing again. Go back and watch that. For some reason, when I try and open 2 treasure chests that are right next to each other, apparently didn't want to do it right there, it'll give me both of them from the first treasure chest. I have no idea what that's all about. But anyway, for some reason, Goofy and Donald think it's a huge deal for Riku to be wearing the organization's clothing, even though King Mickey is also wearing the organization's clothing. But we might as well go ahead and equip that new shield we just picked up for Goofy, the Ogre Shield, which is much better than the shield that he had before, and we might as well go ahead and use these AP boosts right here and get rid of the rogue new symbols that are littering our menu here. But I also want to go ahead and show you that we have completed all of the treasure chests in the Land of Dragons, as you can see. But also, I think we picked up somewhere in here our first orichalcum in the game, and yes, I've changed up my pronunciation from the first game to what I believe is the real pronunciation of orichalcum. I forgot what I even said in the first game. I think it was something stupid like orichalcum or something like that. But anyway, out here in the Palace Gates, we're going to be getting into a boss fight. And right here at the beginning of the fight, what you're going to want to do is hold on to his little horns or whatever they are, and then attack them, because that way he'll go on the ground and you can attack him a little bit easier. What you do to do damage in this fight is attack his horns. I don't know if I said horns already, but the horns on his head, basically, are where you do your damage. The horns on his little shoulder pads or whatever are how you get him on the ground so you can do even more damage. But here we're fighting the Storm Rider Heartless, which kind of starts the trend in the game of having boss Heartless that you can't attack most of the time. Like, there's one, I don't mean to spoil anything, but in Port Royal I can think of right off the top of my head that takes forever to kill, because for, 75% of the fight you can't actually hit it. But speaking of not being able to hit it, right now he's just throwing like a thunder attack at us, I guess, which is not that bad. Eventually a tornado, which we've seen already near the summit of the mountain, will come up, and we can ride the wind to go up there, which is the point of these tornadoes. As far as I know, other than that puzzle piece, it didn't actually have a point until right now. But to get back up there and to take care of those little spikes on the shoulders or whatever, we have to use that. Or there's a reaction command you can use called, I think it's like, it reminds me of the seismic toss attack from Pokemon, but I don't actually remember what it's called. For some reason though, it seems to be extremely hard to get back on his back to hit these spikes, but I do appear to have done it now. What I think I'm going to do though is speed this up until I get to the individual stages of the fight so I can discuss those, because like I said, for most of the fight we're not actually going to be able to hit him. But here we're perfectly set up for a slide and vertigo toss, which looks a lot like seismic toss, actually, like I said, from Pokemon. I'm going to go ahead and turn into Master OK Valor form, I guess. Even though the cursor was over Master form last time, I guess it just goes back up to the top of the list. But I find that if you go into a form like Master form or apparently Valor form, while he's on the ground or when he goes over to the head of the bridge, which he'll probably do right now, I knew he was going to do that because he was so low on HP. But of course, when he's low on the ground, you want to do as much damage as possible, and turning into Valor form and Master form is of course the best way of doing that. But as long as he doesn't go back up in the air, and as long as we don't get sucked into that thunder attack that he keeps doing, I think we're going to be okay here. And there we go, and speaking of thunder, we've been upgraded to Thundara here, but I have to imagine we're going to be getting more cutscenes for defeating such an impressive looking dragon.
Way to go!
Once again, you have served China well. It would please me to reward you. What is it that you wish?
Well, you say a guy in black came to see you. What did he say?
That is all you request?
Yes.
Dragons have crossed our land and left a great web of paths. These dragons wield much power, and they are the source of many gifts to both man and nature. But it would seem someone of evil intent disturbed one of our dragons and transformed it into what you call a Heartless. It is my belief that this young man came to warn me of that danger. Then I could alert and prepare my troops.
Did you?
I was about to, but he told me this situation had changed.
He said 3 wise guys had arrived, and they would take care of things.
That's gotta be Riku.
But what's he doing hanging out with Organization 13?
No idea. But at least I finally know he's okay. That's good enough.
Yeah, that's good.
Now then, Fa Mulan, Do you have a request?
I'd like Shang... well, the captain.
Yes, yes, my dear, what is it?
Could the captain have a vacation, please?
I hardly expected such humble requests. In this case, I'm afraid I must refuse. Captain Lee's responsibility is to protect the Emperor. And yet, Mulan,
Yes.
would you like to serve alongside him and protect me?
What?
Two reeds together are stronger than one. But the choice is yours alone.
Thank you, Your Excellency.
You know, I think the cutscenes in the second path through the worlds makes me like that second path through the worlds rather than our first go-around. And by the way, the Olympus Coliseum is unfortunately still shrouded in that fog, and to lift that fog, we need to beat Beast's Castle for the second time. But in the next episode, we're going to be going to Hollow Bastion again, and then to everybody's favorite world, Atlantica, to kind of sweep up some of the little stuff that we've missed along the way. But also, I want to point out that at the end of that cutscene there in the Land of Dragons, we saw the Land of Dragons logo pop up, and anytime you complete a world completely, as far as the storyline goes, you'll get that, and we've seen that actually in Disney Castle before. But I want to thank you guys for watching this episode of Let's Play Kingdom Hearts 2 Final Mix, and I hope to see you guys back for the next episode.